Nous sommes ici pour développer la coopération militaire entre la Russie et Niger.
In a dramatic turn of events, Russia has stepped into a key role in Niger's military landscape following Niger's decision to end its military cooperation with the United States. This shift is not merely a change of partners, but a significant geopolitical maneuver in the Sahel region. Niger's decision to disengage from its military contract with the U.S. came as a strategic reorganization of its international and security policies. The ruling junta revoked the military accord that allowed military personnel and civilian staff from the U.S. Department of Defense on its soil. This decision came after a visit by U.S. officials led by Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs Molly Fee and General Michael Langley, commander of the U.S. Africa Command. There were about 1,100 U.S. troops in Niger as of last year. However, their movements have been limited since last year's coup, and as a result, Washington has curbed any assistance to the government. The U.S. military also operated 2 bases, including a drone base known as Air Base 201, built at a cost of more than $100 million. These bases have been used to target Islamic State militants in the Sahel region. During the recent visit, the U.S. officials warned the junta leaders about their ties with Russia and Iran. Speaking to the media, junta spokesperson Colonel Amadou Abdrahmane lamented, saying, "Niger regrets the intention of the American delegation to deny the sovereign Nigerian people the right to choose their partners and types of partnerships capable of truly helping them fight against terrorism." He added that the government of Niger forcefully denounces the condescending attitude accompanied by the threat of retaliation from the head of the American delegation towards the Nigerian government and people. Since seizing power in July last year, the Niger junta, like the military rulers in neighboring Mali and Burkina Faso, have kicked out French and other European forces and turned to Russia for support. The 3 have also decided to quit the 15-member West African regional bloc and formed a cooperation pact known as the Alliance of Sahel States. Within weeks, Russia has attempted to fill the vacuum left by the U.S., delivering not only advanced military equipment, but also military trainers. This move highlights a major shift in Niger's defense strategy, pulling towards Russia, a nation willing to assert its influence in the region, pitching itself as a friendly country without any colonial background in Africa. This recent deployment followed a phone conversation between Niger's junta leader, Abdurrahmane Chiani, and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The 2 leaders agreed to forge closer ties, especially in the fight against terrorism. Details emerged from the Nigerian state broadcaster, RTN, revealed that Russia's support package to Niger included the latest generation of anti-aircraft defense systems, capable of boosting the country's military autonomy and defensive prowess. The equipment arrived in Niamey, along with 100 Russian military instructors who will install the system and train the Nigerian soldiers to use it. This development aims to enhance Niger's capacity to address its internal and regional security challenges autonomously. In a Thursday, the 10th of April broadcast, RTN showed footage of a military cargo plane unloading gear as people in fatigues stood by. "We are here to train the Nigerian army and to develop military cooperation between Russia and Niger," said a man in camouflage uniform, who RTN said was one of the instructors. The man had a neck gaiter pulled up over most of his face while he spoke on camera. The introduction of Russian military assets into Niger represents more than just a bilateral agreement. It is a strategic move within the broader context of global power shifts. This new alliance could potentially alter the security dynamics in the Sahel, influencing how other regional powers and external stakeholders, including European nations and the U.S., engage in this volatile region. The infusion of Russian military support might catalyze further economic and military investments into Niger. Economically, the influx of Russian technology and infrastructure presents opportunities for local employment and upskilling of military personnel. Politically, this partnership might grant Niger a more assertive stance in regional affairs, altering its relationships with neighboring countries and aligning more closely with Russian geopolitical interests. The Sahel region, marred by instability and conflict, stands at a critical juncture. Niger's relations with Russia could prompt a chain reaction of strategic realignments by neighboring countries, potentially leading to a reshaping of the region's military and political alliances. This development might also influence the counterterrorism strategies that have predominantly been led by Western forces in the area. As this scenario unfolds, the international community will closely watch the impacts of this alliance on regional stability and the balance of power in Africa.